Hey guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. I had planned on coming on live today and doing a layout for my Santa Stops Here sign, and then I realized I ran out of contact paper, so I have to get some contact paper the next time I get groceries. So I messed up. So I'm going to work on a craft. Hang on a second. I did last week. I'm making another one. Basically, I found this frame at Goodwill maybe a couple months ago or whatever, and with plans on doing something with it. And last week I took it apart and started painting on it, and basically made like a gray weathered wood background. I didn't do the strips of wood and then apply it. I actually took the board that was with the frame and actually painted that. So I'm going to do this like maybe in a two-step process. So I got this a couple months ago at Goodwill, and then a couple weeks ago I got this one at Goodwill. Different picture, but the very same frame. I mean, I thought that was kind of funny once I put them up side to side and did that. So this weekend on working on the Santa sign. So when I do, I'll come on and go live so I can show you how I'm going to do it. So I am doing this live on my iPad because I'm expecting a message. I got the bug man coming, and I'm trying to get this done before he comes. So I'm just taking off the back here because I'll end up putting my own hanger on, but I'll save these for later because you just never know if you can repurpose them. And I don't remember this one having any glass, but this one has glass. So hopefully I don't have issues getting this one apart, now that I think of it. So I have plans on hanging these up on my fireplace mantle when I get that done. My goal is to have it done before Christmas. So yeah, I like getting these frames. I usually smell them to make sure they don't smell like smoke. Should have grabbed a trash bag. Okay. So they use staples. And I found online where you can buy these points. I don't know if I'll take these out completely. Yeah. Because on those, I did when I used, oh shoot. I'll have to find that. Thankfully that went on furniture. This is where my husband bawled me out for not having the right tools. Who's on? Hey Shannon, how you doing? Oh. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna run downstairs and get my pliers. Oh, maybe not. I might have to run downstairs and get the pliers. Shannon, do you ever collect frames and craft with them. I think these are a neat idea. I like how my first one turned out. I'm going to do different colors with these. I got some new paint from DIY. I wanted to try that brand. And this is Apothecary. I like that green. And I was thinking about doing some old weathered or old world technique, which is basically just dry brushing, and that's faded burlap. So I'm going to try those two colors, and I think I'm just going to stick with those two. On this one I used three. I used black Dixie Belle's Caviar, and then I dry brushed, I think, Fluff, which is like their creamy white, and then I also dry brushed Stormy Seas. And I did the Fluff and the Stormy Seas a couple different times. I'm sorry this is taking so long. So I got these frames at Goodwill for less than $5 each. And actually this one I got for $3. Dawn, that was in the group, works with frames, makes frames. She's probably going to die laughing when she sees me doing this. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm getting the pliers. Out here. Almost done. I'm in a group conversation with one of my groups privately, and there's a discussion going on. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about all the dinging. Okay, so basically I'm going to reuse this board as my background. And this side is a texture side, and that's what I did over here, because once I paint this a solid color, I'm going to go back over and dry brush different colors. And then when that's done, then I'll lightly sand it, and I'll kind of give it that weathered look. So I'm going to save that as my background. Oh, and I broke the glass. dust off. I cleaned this already. So basically I'm going to paint this Apothecary and see how I like this paint. So I'm using DIY paint on my desk also because I want to check it out. And I was told that you didn't have to prime, there's no bleed through, and of course my desk is bleeding through. So I'm going over it and adding that Boss primer on it. Because of course I have to be difficult. Oh, don't spill. Okay. And this part you don't have to be neat, because you want to get in the grooves. And I'll probably end up doing 2 coats. So I'll make sure and get all that gold colored covered. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working on that. I want to ask you guys a question. So if I'm going to do this in Apothecary and then do some dry brushing of this over it, it's like a beige color, what do you think I should do the background in? Do you think I should stick with grays? Let me know. I'll pop back on tomorrow and do the dry brushing. But let me know what you think this should be, and I'll get that started. And then tomorrow we'll finish this up. Okay? Any questions, let me know. You guys have a great day. Hey, okay, I'm back. I'm Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. I did a coat of Apothecary. I wanted to show you. And then I dry brushed burlap on there, and I was kind of generous with the dry brushing. But now I've decided I'm going to go with white also on top of that. I'm going to use this little cheerleader, is what I've heard it's called, to do the dry brushing on the white, because I want to be a little bit more stringent, because basically we're going on layers. So I did by like my darker color first, and then I went with a lighter color, and I'm going to go with the white now. So I'm loving how this is turning out. This color kind of reminds me of sea glass. So I'm sticking with DIY. I'm going to use their White Swan. I don't know the difference. I've got 2 of their whites. Vintage Linen and this White Swan. I don't know. They both look pretty white to me. I think the Vintage Linen's a little bit creamier. So, and that's pretty white. And it won't take much at all. So basically, I'm just lightly going over that, and I'll just highlight all those decorations and molding. But if I go back and get too liberal, I can go back over it again and just do another layer of Apothecary, another layer of my burlap until I get the texture I like. But I don't want to cover up the burlaps, which is why I'm using this brush instead of a regular brush. Because when I did the burlap, I used basically a regular paintbrush and just went carefully over it. Hey guys, hey Pat, how you doing, girl? I'm playing around. I got like 10 minutes till the bug guy comes here. And then I got to rally Piper around so he can spray my house and I can keep Piper away from him. Piper doesn't like him that well. So I was thinking about the backboard. Because I know you can use like barn strips or wood strips and make them look like barn strips. But with this one, I actually used the backboard of the frame and painted it. I was thinking about going white and then doing the dry brushing with the colors I'm using now. So let me know what you think. That way it's kind of all the same color but a different pattern maybe. And that white is just kind of giving a little extra highlight. Pat, I got these frames at Goodwill. I got the first one a couple months ago for about $5, and I got this one a couple weeks ago for about $3. And when I got them side by side, they were exactly the same thing, just different pictures. So basically, that's what the whole frame is going to look like when it gets done. I might add a little bit more white or burlap, I don't know. So let me know what you think. Your Izzy likes everyone? Yeah. Jazz likes everyone. Daniela's dog, he lives here with us. Courtney, she's gotten a little bit protective, but she's a good girl. Piper's my puppy, and she's got issues with her vision. Australian Shepherds are not supposed to have white face or white around the ears, or they usually have issues with their senses around those areas. So I know she has issues like in the bright sunlight or when it's kind of dark out. So I don't know if that's part of the problem, but I mean, I had her out there socializing as a pup. I had her out for walks uptown, meeting people. We took her to the flea market with us. She just does not trust people there very well. So we just kind of take that into consideration when people are in the house. I actually have a door that I can shut, so that way in the living room, so that way when people come over, she just stays in there. Because we don't want to take any chances. I don't want anybody getting hurt, and I don't want her getting hurt, so. Better just safe than sorry. And yeah, she can, that's her bargain. So, I was hoping Jazz would kind of rub off on her, but I don't think so. She's just not very trusting girl. But boy, when she's a sweetheart, but people just can't always see it sometimes. So that's all I'm going to do is just work on dry brushing. I may go back and add more burlap. I may go back and add more white until I get it where I like it. But that's all you do is just layer it. It's just like an old weathered or old world type look. So if you got any questions, let me know. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later, Pat. So you got the pictures too. What pictures? What pictures, Pat? Are you talking about the frames? I ditched them. Sorry. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye. Hey, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs, part 2 of the old weathered framed thrift store crafts. I'm going to scoot you down here and I'll show you what I'm doing. Maybe. Oh, I gotta go opposite. Okay. I've got the dogs underfoot. I've got other clothes on besides my paint clothes, so they thought we were going somewhere. It's funny how they pick up on stuff like that. Well, that is weird. Okay, so my first frame was a thrift store frame that I cleaned. I took the backing out and actually turned it around and painted the back side and then weathered it, dry brushed it. And I have a wreath to hang. I have black jute rope, but of course I can't find it, so I've got to either look for that or get another one. So I'm basically doing another version. And I found more old frames upstairs in my pile. I broke one because they actually glued the glass to the frame, so that went bye-bye. And my other one I was able to use, but I have to, this isn't it, this is the right one. Yeah. My other one I have to get some plywood for, some thin plywood for, because all the stuff that was on the inside didn't have that backing that I could reuse. So I'll have to get one of my own. Oh, hey. Hey, how are you doing? So, basically, I painted this one in DIY Apothecary. I'm trying a new paint. I painted this solid, and then I went back and dry brushed with paint I had on hand. I had Dixie Belle's Hurricane Gray, and I have DIY's White Swan. So I did dry brushing on that for the frame. I'm kind of trying to get these to kind of all go together but not match. So my first one, I actually went back yesterday after my live in my private group. I went back and added a little apothecary, which is that sea glass green, to it to kind of get these all to tie in. And then this one, I painted white and then used the same colors, and it just gives a little bit different look depending on which way you go first. So I did a white background, and then I did dry brush the apothecary and hurricane gray. So instead of cutting up strips, I'm actually just going to make this look like kind of like it's been cut in strips and make it look like it's barn board. It won't be gray weather because I've got already painted apothecary green. I'm not going to make this perfect, 16 inches. I'm just going to show you how I get the little stripes. It's super easy. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of want the lines to be a little bit straight, so I'm just going to tack them with some tape and then go from there. And this is how I made my boards for my mock-ups, for my background. Because I painted my boards white, and then that won't be long enough. And then I added like the pinstripes to make them look like shiplap. And this boarding from the background of the frame is rough, but I don't care about that because that's probably gonna work to my advantage when it comes to dry weathering them with using the dry brush technique. Okay, so this is 16 inches. That's about in the middle, 8 inches. I'm just gonna do one more 4 inches on each side, and that's gonna be it. And when I do paint these, I'm not going to make them pronounced. It's just going to be just a little bit of highlight of like in between boards is all it is. Hey, Charlene. Am I in the private group or am I on my regular Facebook page? I'm wondering if I messed up. So, and I'm just bringing them up kind of by, I just want a little bit of space in between. Okay, and then we're going to do 4 inches on the other side. And I'm not going to do any burnishing because I don't care if there's any leakage. Because when we get done, I'm going to go ahead and do the dry brushing, and that'll kind of help cover it. So we're not worried about that. There we go. And I got this 1/4-inch tape from Amazon. It's just something I have left over. You can use regular painter's tape. It's just what I have on hand. Okay, so sorry. I'm really liking the cans of the paint instead of the jars right now, because I'm really having issues with paint drying out, not getting lids open. So I'm just painting the lines. It doesn't have to be perfect, because actually we're going to be painting over everything again, but this will just be like a little bit more pronounced. I'm just trying to stay within the paint line, the painter's tape. not do that with my one I've already completed. I kept it solid. And you could even go horizontal. And do like one of each. Because I'm going to have these all together when I get them done. And you could use gray for these if you want, or black. Whatever color combination that you're wanting to use. I got these frames at Goodwill. One of them was a couple months ago, and the other one was a couple weeks ago. I can't remember when I got the third one, probably last year sometime. It's been sitting up there for a while. It was kind of buried. There we go. And that's just the base. Nothing special yet. So that's just the beginning of my different shiplap style, I guess. So to do the dry weather technique correctly, I've got my paintbrush, or my old paintbrush that I use, and a paper plate. It doesn't take much paint at all. And actually, the first time we did this, my daughter, she had a special knack for it, and I was kind of heavy-handed, so I gotta be careful. Oh, come on. See? Okay, hang on. Be right back. Yeah, so I'm starting to go with the smaller jars and smaller containers of paint and just buying more than one. So very little paint. I'll probably just keep kind of adding to it as I need to. And I'm just working it into the brush. And then I have an issue sometimes when I start doing my thing, I kind of curve at the end, so I just have to be careful. I'll need to get more paint on there. So just kind of just dry brushing it on. And the texture from the background will catch more paint here and there. And that's okay. See, it's kind of toning down the white right there. Kelly. I'm just doing my dry brushing on the background. I added 3 pin straps to make it kind of look like shiplap, and I'm just going to keep layering the gray and the white over each other until I get the look I like. And then when that's all dry, I will use my sanding block and just kind of sand it down a little bit and blend it. So I'm just experimenting. I was loving the colors. I actually forgot or skipped the burlap yesterday. I decided I did not like the burlap with this color combination. I liked the apothecary with the gray and white. So that's what I'm sticking with on this on these 3 frames. My 4th frame yesterday, I ended up breaking. It turned out they glued the glass to the frame on the back side. It was like that maybe safety glass or something. I don't know. It was weird. This is where I gotta be careful because I tend to curve when I do these. What do you think? Looking less like a hot mess? And I get this in the frame, I'll probably put a wreath in front of it, or a wreath over it. This will be the background. And this is just an old cheap brush I think I inherited from my mom when she was cleaning out her garage. Problem is I don't know when to quit sometimes. Okay, I might sit on that for a little bit and kind of keep my eyes out. I might do another coat, I don't know. What do you think? A little different, isn't it? Any questions, let me know. So, got any projects you want me to work on, give me a heads up. Okay? You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, my name is Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Thank you so much for watching my video. I like to consider myself a resource for other crafters, or that's what I'm striving for. I have 2 Etsy stores, Piper's Paw Print Designs and Midwest Market Studio, where I offer cut files, mock-ups. I also have a free library for those who join my tribe, MPD Tribe, of cut files, mock-ups, and video tutorials. If you have any questions, please contact me. You can join my tribe at melissapetersondesigns.com. Thank you so much for watching.